And 3, 2, 1. With that, the big button is pushed, and the show that we've been building up to for a year has finally arrived. Huzzah! Welcome to Pi Day Friday, the 1-year anniversary. I am Dave Rush, Senior Instructor at Total Seminars, and I am your guide to CompTIA and Raspberry Pis for the day. Except we're not going to do much in the form of CompTIA and Raspberry Pis on the day. We're going to talk about what we've done with CompTIA and Raspberry Pis for the last 365 days, and we are going to have a blast of a good time here. And everything kind of rushed up on me for the last seconds here, so bear with me for just a moment while I get my screens all straightened up. That looks okay. That looks okay. Yeah, close. Oh, you know what? I guess I don't need this. That was for the other thing I had going on today. Someday when you're old enough, I'll tell you about it. Man, it has been a busy week. I just froze there on mine. I hope I didn't freeze on yours. Let me do an update here and see what happens. It's probably slow internet on my part, but I'm all good to go. I'm looking at that thing and I'll catch up on questions here. It has been a busy week. I left town last Thursday for a commitment. Thank you, sir. For a commitment that I had back in the Midwest. I spent a couple of days driving up, couple of days driving back, and a couple of days there. And I put 3,000 miles on my car in 5 days. And I spent almost 60 hours out of 84 hours in the car. Oh, now that's an interesting thing. What just happened? So I did that update. Okay. That's really weird. YouTube did something weird on my system this week. So between that, and of course, as you know, I did the show from the hotel on Friday last week. We had a really fun show doing text to speech. At least I thought it was really fun. And I got the archive for that up late last night because when I got back, of course, I work on weekends and I work all hours of the day. I just don't have much personal time. So I didn't do much of that when I was back in the Midwest, and that was a ton to catch up on. So I got back late Monday afternoon. I started working Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Scott let me go on Tuesday, so I got captured of my own projects. But then on Wednesday and Thursday, Scott had projects lined up for me. And so there just wasn't much time to actually build up a show for today. I was always kind of coin tossing whether or not I was going to do a project or not, and I didn't. But that's cool because that has put 4 or 5 different shows into my pocket for upcoming weeks as we start our second year of drama Pi Day Friday dramas, because it's Dave Rush, Ask Me Anything, and Scott. Scott's here with us. Scott Jernigan, senior editor at Total Seminars, author, co-author, and deep into the techno guts of the upcoming new Network Plus N10008 course, book, exam. We do have a published release date for the exam, release month. It's going to be in September of this year. We don't know the actual day yet, so the world holds its collective breath. But I got to tell you, there's new stuff in there. We've been researching and writing like mad. Some old stuff that goes deeper than it did in the past. Lots of new stuff. Some fortunately old stuff that no longer matters anymore has been cut out so that there's room for the new stuff. It's going to be really exciting. And as I was doing stuff with Scott and reviewing the objectives and things like that, it's given me a lot of ideas for upcoming Pi projects. So we've got some fun stuff coming up, and I will share that with you as the day goes on. Of course, I know why you're all here today. And that's because we got swag today. And man, do we have swag. So probably about every 15, 20 minutes or so, I'm going to hold a drawing. We'll talk a little bit about the drawing process as we go on. So I'm not going to kill a ton of time on intros. We got cool things to do. I will throw this up because you want and need this. Or I want you to want and need this at any rate. What did I just do? Oh, I did that thing. Click that, then this. Man, I have got to switch to OBS so I don't have to do 14 different clicks just to share a screen. one would work in advance. At any rate, so this is a live stream. I do want you to ask questions today. And I've got some things to talk about and show you. But if you can't talk to me today on the live stream chat, or you got something longer to talk about, or you're watching on the archive or whatever, please contact me by email. I'm daver@totalsem.com. You can also use my personal email address, drushtx@yahoo.com. Same for Scott. You can talk to Scott here on the chat today. He's multitasking as he works on the book, and he's paying half attention behind here. So he's available, scottj@totalsem.com. You can pause the thing here if you want and get any other contact information that we have. By the way, Mike Myers is michaelm@totalsem.com if you want to communicate directly with him. He likes your emails and is happy to respond to them. Oh, what's up there? That's the one that's coming up next. Goodness, that'll be fun. I got to keep an eye on time here. All right. So starting at quarter after, we'll start paying attention. Anything here in the notes that I need to tell you about? We here, for those of you who are here for the first time because you heard about the contest or the giveaways, rather, it's not a contest. We meet here every week at this time and on this very same channel, 2 o'clock Central Time on the Total Seminars channel, YouTube. And Mike Myers does a show twice a week, same place, same time, Monday and Wednesday, where he does a more broad-ranging CompTIA Q&A. So by all means, catch his show, talk to him. If you ever wanted to talk with Mike Myers in person about one of the books he's written, about a technical topic that you'd like more clarification from in CompTIA, about courses that he's starred in and wrote and whatever, that's the time and place to do it. And another time and place to do it is the unofficial Total Seminars Discord channel, which was created on Discord by our good friend Jose Braden. Scott, if you're listening, if you throw the links up for the Discord channel, that would be wonderful. That'll happen at about 2:07, 2:08. Take a look for that. There's 350, 400 people on that thing now. Back from its beginning days when it was Jose and me and Tullowit and one other guy, and zillions of brilliant people who hang out there with all levels of education and information and technical expertise. So you can ask questions about how do I fix my computer? Hey, I'm trying to install Kali Linux, Raspberry Pi stuff. I kind of hang there and play semi-expert on that, but there's plenty of other people who have expertise and have developed a lot of expertise. So Scott's putting a link up for it. Just click on that link. That's an invite to the channel. If it says expired or something else that says you can't get in, just look around on that page. You'll find a link that says something to the effect of continue, go anyways, and you'll find yourself on there. I'm going to visit the Discord channel with Mike and Camera after the show today. Sometimes Scott and Mike, yeah, that's his name, do that too after the other shows. Fridays they don't because there's always a meeting with the publisher. Immediately after this, it happens at 4 o'clock our time, so they don't get a chance to pop in. But I'll be there, and the regulars will be there, and it'll be a great time. You can talk about how angry you are that you weren't one of the winners, because we got a lot of entries as we got near the end of the cutoff. Hey, last thing here. Yeah, specials are back. And I want to talk about specials. I got something important to tell you about. I was talking with Kathy Yale. She's the head of specials, marketing and sales and a million other things. So let me take it. Let me put up the specials for this week. And Scott, if you would post the special and the code for this week, that would be wonderful. First whole tester, anniversary drama, Pi Square, unofficial. Where is the weekly specials? There it is. I know you can't see it yet. Sit tight, and you will. My system, I rebooted it, but it's acting like it's got zero memory in it. So things are happening kind of slow. Thank you. Scott has posted at 2:09 the special and the Discord links. So special this week, 50% off bundles. Bundles are made up. The bundles this week that we're giving specials on are made up of the ebook and the Total Tester. There's a bundle for A+, for Net+, for Sec+. Wow, CYSA+, Pen Test+, and AWS Systems Architect. So 50% off whatever those normally cost. I never know what the prices of this stuff are. And I was on the site yesterday looking at the prices of stuff that we sell. My gosh, we sell stuff cheap. So picking it up at 50% off is incredible. So if you want any of those bundles, go to totalsem.com right here. Go find them and stick them in your basket. And then at checkout time, use the code 080221. That was the date for Monday of this week. And it's good through this Sunday. Oh, I didn't put that on this slide. There we go. Good through August 8th. That's sometime this Sunday. I don't know what time. I had a long conversation with Kathy yesterday about a whole bunch of things, including some of the things we're going to do today. And I was telling her how shocked I was at how inexpensive that stuff was. And she said, yeah, we've had meetings about that lately. And she said, expect in very short order for prices to change. So if you're thinking about any of our products, they're going up. She gave me a specific date, and I said, okay, can I tell her that date? And she says, no, I don't think I want to get pinned down to that. I might have run it a little bit longer. So she said, use the term very shortly. And so that's the term I'm going to use. But the original term that she used said, show shortly, that if I were buying this stuff right now, I'd be doing it before Sunday. But I think it'll go a little bit longer than this Sunday. It'll certainly go through next week and possibly a little longer. But I don't know. I'm winging it here because she's not the only decision maker. And they may get together and have a Monday morning meeting and say, let's pull the trigger. You get the idea. All right. So we are giving away also Total Tester today as giveaways. So don't order until the end of the show because you just might win one. All right, enough of that nonsense. Let's see who has joined us today. Yeah, so you go over to this page. That's where the Join Me, Join You page is. Then we shrink that, and now we can see everybody and everything. And I'll do one more thing here. Boink. And boink. All right. I am caught up. Goodness gracious. So Andre was the first one to punch in today at 34 minutes to go to the show. Thank you, Andre. Sunny and Mango, old timers, welcome back. Siegfried's here, welcome. Andrew Hutz. Andrew, since you're here, if I remember and time permitting, between all the giveaways that we're going to do, I will plug your blog. I have a link for it. Alan Duggan, hey everybody, happy anniversary, Dave. Thank you, sir. Oh, by the way, I'm on set on top chat. I got to change to live chat. I actually had to do that today because you always have to do it. It defaults to top, and I went to live, and it's a good thing I did because there was something there that somebody posted that certainly didn't belong. And basically, if I'm translating, hey, you want to meet my sister? And it was not one of our folks who was interested in Raspberry Pis or CompTIA, I assure you. So I haven't got to exercise my band hammer in a while, and that one went away. I'll be in and out since I'll be at work, but you're here. Okay, very good, Andrew. Let's hope there'll be a lot more anniversaries. And here. Then I have no reason to believe that this is ever going to end. But you never know about anything. And so just last week, I started building an infrastructure that says if and when we ever shut down here, I have no intention of shutting down. I love doing this. I'll do it for an audience of one with the same enthusiasm and take the same amount of time. So I started building the stuff on my sites and doing other things like that. So if we ever say nope, the next day I will be ready to go and say, yep, on Dave's own time. Strictly my time. Hello, nerd cohort, and happy anniversary, Patricia. Patricia, I got lots and lots of emails sent to the Pi account from you guys, and I learned a lot about many of you. Your real names are sometimes very different than what I expected to be, and some of the places that you folks are from. And Patricia, the email address, if I remember right, I was pushed back a little bit. So, oh, wait a minute, that's who would have thunk? I saw this email name come in and said, who in the heck could that be? Oh my gosh, that's Patricia Grace. So if it's you who I'm thinking of, there was a letter P in the beginning of that thing. I'll look at it as I look at my spreadsheet. Red Tuber, got your info. I got it. Everybody who sent an email to Pi got a response last night or before. I've sent some out in previous days, but the very last ones that came in at midnight last night, I sent responses to everybody. And per our announcement, I sent all the rules. I emailed all the rules to everybody who registered for the drawing, the giveaways today. And if you are curious about the rules, I have to do this for legal purposes. All you have to do is send a request. Send me the rules to pi, P-I, at totalsem.com, and I will send you a copy of the rules. Which will be too late because, you know, it's going to be after the show, and I don't have another contest coming up like this till next year. I keep saying contest. It's a giveaway. That's all it is. If my internet kicks up today, I'm suing them. Yeah. I can see where that might happen. Wayne is here. Wayne Strunk, good afternoon. Rob Frederick is here. Joey Quetzal, got your stuff in, sent you back. Vishal, I sent your stuff back. And Nigel, likewise. Man, nice to see everybody here. There's a lot of old faces, few new ones. There's Gregory Watts, family from out of town, getting here right at 3. I hope you're just going to have to turn your head and talk to them from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock my time. I assume that's my time. Yeah, I know. I almost had a crisis this morning where I had to leave town for a family emergency. And fortunately, I didn't, because otherwise we were going to kill the show and push it back till next week. And there would have been so much disappointment. But fortunately, things are improving enough that I didn't have to go. Well, you go see people that you haven't seen in years. And hey, wonderful handshake. And then 3 days later, next thing you know, somebody's in a hospital. Okay, people talking to each other, a minute and 30 seconds. Man, I'm still doing stuff before the show started. All right, here we go. So Scott checked in at the beginning, and at 59, Patricia did a countdown. My doors are already closed for everyone today. Nice, Joey. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. I apologize for that. Joey. So forgive me for mangling that if I am, but you know I'm talking to you, Joey Quetzal. Josh Dope, I love your email, or I like your moniker compared to your name. That was kind of cool. 7 minutes. Yeah, so we had a little fun. I had an hour last night to myself, and I figured what I was going to do today. I had most of my ducks in order. So I went down to Party City and got a couple new things just for today's show. We'll pack them all up and break them out again. I love these little Chinese paper lanterns because they're kind of raspberry colored. And then I was just so excited. My missus found them. Hey, look at those. They look like raspberries. Done. We're on it. For a sec, I thought it was Mike. I'll tell you, it was terrifying. Picking a shirt today, I decided whether or not I was going to go Hawaiian or this thing. And I was doing a camera test, and I looked at the overall image and said, oh my gosh, this and this and this is all the same color. At least it's not all shiny this color. So I got Mike on that one, but wow, just a little bit more shine up here and I could look like my own backdrop screen. For a sec, I thought it was Mike, said David. Hello, David Mohan. Nice to see you, sir. And Stephen Knopp. Nice, sir. Andre Joey. Sup, Dave, says Andrew. Zach, happy birthday, Zach, if you haven't said that in here. I guess I'm here, but I'm playing pool at the same time as it might be my birthday, as it is my birthday, as it is. So unless Dave reads it out. Okay, well, keep your volume up because I may say your name. I don't know. I'll explain it, how it's all going to happen here. Happy Friday party. Not a D. I got your stuff in. Yeah, video's choppy in and out, and it's happening on me too. Okay, so it's that means it's YouTube. I'm very pleased to hear that because I'm looking at myself very clearly in the retransmission on Zoom. That's not a local image. It goes out to Zoom and comes back. So yeah, it's YouTube. I'm innocent. Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. Oh, wait a minute, Miss Tom Pinkerton. Yeah, yeah, video is bad. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm innocent. Everything else is working great. Dr. Quinn, hello, and everybody. Congrats, Dave, on your success in 1 year of Friday Pie Day. And Scott, too, of course. He's been here with me from the beginning. He helped me get it launched. He did shows with me. He will do shows with me again when he gets hopefully when he gets Net Plus behind him. There's always something new coming up. But yeah, thank you for the festive background, Tullowit. Yes, I'm enjoying that. And yeah, we got this shirt from Micro Center one day while we were in there. They had a couple of them on clearance. A clearance t-shirt, $14. That is so wrong, right? I mean, a t-shirt costs about 86 cents to make and another $1 for single color silk screening. So happy to give somebody 13 or 14 bucks. No RGBs. Again, busy week. There was no time to get uber creative. I had lots of ideas, but it just wasn't going to happen. Our David Mohan, you're going to dive right in. Are microservices and API the same thing? I don't know. I know what an API is. That is the input output. It's a port. It's a number that one program or subroutine uses to call through another program. I don't know what a microservice is. Sorry, I will leave that research to you. My iPad is delayed from my iPhone. Never use Apple products. If you don't want problems, don't use apples. Friends don't let friends drive apples. Yeah, video shop. Okay, good. Scott's having it choppy. I guess we'd blame me. It could be a choppy thing. No, I'm looking at the, here, let me look at the super secret page, and it says excellent connection. And everything is perfect. The numbers are way above the minimum transmission rate required for this to happen. So blame it on YouTube. Blame YouTube. Yeah, we'll do the South Park song. Blame Canada. I know we got some connection up there. I saw Siegfried in here. Reading messages, passing 2:04 time mark. You go away. How are we doing on time here? I should do the first thing, but I'm going to get through a couple of questions and then we'll do 2 in a row. How's that sound? Yay, made it, says Catherine. Catherine, I was worried about you. We were missing information on you, but we got it. Yay, finally. Guru Chaz, I heard about it just now. Welcome, Guru Chaz. Great. We'll see how it all goes. Raymond Quick, I'm here because one of my managers sent me the info. Nice. You have a good manager, and tell him or her or him. Let's go with that. Let's make assumptions. That I said thank you. Or they may already be here, huh? Tom's talking to Andre. Zach, thanks to Scott. And Scott's posted the Discord links at 2:07. Again, I'll be on Discord when we're done with this show. Stop and go. Yeah. Okay. David Mohan, in what aspect would you use containers as opposed to virtual machines? They are such totally different animals. I would use a container when I want to package an application and make it portable. So it's got all of the resources that it needs, all of the dependencies, and it's all, think of it kind of as a zip file, but it's a functional zip file. A virtual machine is when I want to and remember, a container does not include an operating system. It uses the operating system on the host machine, on the container host. A virtual machine is a different animal. It's a completely self-contained, not just application, but operating system too. So you want to use that when you need to provide an operating system. So perhaps I've got a Win 10 machine and I want to develop or use an application that won't run on Win 10, but it runs on Windows 7. So that's a good place to build a virtual machine. I'll set up a VM, I'll install Win 7 in it, and then I'll install the application or applications that I want to run. You could get really nuts. Install a container system within a virtual machine. Performance would probably be in the dumper, but doable. Where is Jose Braden? No kidding. Whenever I'm on Discord, maybe 1 out of every how many times that I visit there, and I visit way too frequently, I see him. But he's a busy guy. He's a very busy guy. He had to tear time away from his life and work so that he could build and get the Discord going. And he was very intelligent in selecting good moderators on there so that it functions well in his absence, because he doesn't have much time to be there. Scott has posted our weekly specials this week at 2:09 and the code. Take a look at his post there. Oh, I super scrolled. Oh, goodness. I wasn't highlighting. Okay, here we go. 207, laggy. I lose bits and pieces of you. No, it's not just you, it's YouTube, Carla. To everybody, hit that like button. Yes, thank you, Andrew. So we got 15 people liked it. We got about 43 people online today. That's about our third largest crowd. Our largest, of course, was when we had Dr. Upton online. That was great. But thank you all for coming. What a good thing. All right, I'm going to hold up there then, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how these giveaways work, and we're going to do our first giveaway on the day. It's going to be a huge process for me because I've got to conduct it and I've got to document it. So bear with me during quiet times while I post some information and things like that so we can track this all and get it to you. But let me set up the rules of how the drawing is going to work. First anniversary giveaway contest rules. Okay. So here is the general process that's going to work. Everybody who you had to pre-register. It would have been way too cumbersome with this many prizes to do a contest the way Mike does it. So we had you pre-register. You had to be pre-registered by midnight last night. That would give me time to put everything in the appropriate files so we can use them and draw and do things like that. So I have a large list of names and YouTube values and things like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to identify a prize. We're going to pick this prize, for instance, and then I have a little a file with everybody on a line number, and I'm using a random number generator that I found somewhere online on the web. There's about 50 million of them, and I'm just going to say, go pick a number between 1 and however many line entries there are, and it will pick a number, and I will go to that line, and there will be a person on that line with a YouTube name. And I'm going to say, okay, the prize for such and such, winner of that, or the potential winner of that, is Huggy Bear 79. Huggy Bear 79, are you here? I'm going to give you 1 minute for you to respond in the chat. You got to be here to win. And if Huggy Bear is there and responds, we're all done. I enter it into my handy dandy little database, and we will send you your prize. Now, we can't send every possible prize to all the locations in the world that are represented here. There are some places that are impossible or impractical for us to send physical prizes. Our electronic prizes, we can do anywhere in the world. That's a piece of cake. But some of the kits, it's not possible for us to ship to, I don't know, Mauritania or something like that, because we're using local vendors like Amazon. So if you've got a nearby Amazon or something like that, and they can ship to you in a practical sense, then cool bananas. But we're not shipping stuff from Total Seminars out to you. So if that's not possible to send you a physical prize, then we will select an electronic prize of roughly equivalent value to what your prize would have been. Something like hopefully an Amazon gift certificate or something like that. And then you can use that for your own purposes. We don't know what that alternative prize is going to be because we don't know who won yet and where they are. So apologies if you win the big prize, a super pie kit, and we can't get that to you, but we'll get it to you, get you something that hopefully you can get a pie kit on your own, or at least, again, something of equivalent value. If you do not respond when I call your YouTube name in the next minute, then your name is removed from the drawing. You had your chance. Sorry you couldn't be here. Sorry you couldn't win. Doesn't go back in because let's say there was a prize that you just didn't want. And so I'm not going to say anything. I won't tell Dave I'm here. I'll wait to try my chances at a better prize. No, doesn't work that way. You win the prize that happens when we call your name. And if not, name goes out of the list, and we'll do it again. We'll draw another name until we get a winner. Okay, so I hope that's clear. I'll explain it as I go along. If it's not clear, only one prize per person today. So we get some folks who've been able to win a lot of prizes multiple times in the same day. That won't happen today. You are not banned from today's giveaways. If you are on Mike's ban list, there's only one person who ever achieved being on that ban list for winning too much. You can win a prize today if you're here, and you know who I'm talking about. Most people here do, but not everybody does. And I don't want to call you out. I like you. All right. So that's the plan. So let me pull up my handy dandy little database. There, I have a database. I'm going to do the first drawing at time 2:30. That's a good time to do it. And let me use my handy dandy little generator and generate a prize. Not that page, you foolish man. Oh, seriously? No, okay, it's right here. I don't think so. It's not the hospital. By the way, if the hospital calls, Scott's coming online to take over and vamp because there's important hospital stuff going on. All right, I'm on my random number generator page. I'm going to generate a number. There we go. I have a number. Okay, it drew number 43. I know this person's here. They've already checked in, but you still got to say hi. Joey Quetzal. Joey Quetzal, I didn't tell you the prize. The first prize today is going to be a choice of one of the total tester practice tests. So Joey, if you would acknowledge that you are here, let me head over to this page and look. Oh, what are you doing? See, I knew this was going to be a logistic, real hairy thing. So we'll go down to the bottom and see if, there we go. Joey, you pronounced it right. Joey, outstanding. Come here, you. And he says, hi, so you are here. You have won a total tester. I'm going to throw something up on the screen. These are the total testers that we're offering right now. If you know of another total tester of ours that you want, you can look that up, but I would like you to take a look this right now because these are what we have a lot of and want to help you use. It's the usual Trifecta Plus or Trifecta stuff, IT Plus. Where's the page? Unofficial total seminars, My Square, weekly specials, anniversary drama. Oh, there we go. Total tester choices. The total tester ones are the only ones that are a real hassle on this. Share it, share it. All right, so I'm going to put that up and pick one of those total testers and type it into the chat, which one you like. We got A+, we got Network Plus, we got Security Plus, IT Fundamentals, Amazon Certified Solutions Architect, Amazon Certified SysOps Administrator, CYSA, Cybersecurity Analyst. And there's other ones in the list, but those are the ones that people always went for. So Kathy and I got together and said, let's just point these ones out as specials. And I'm going to go put your info in the database. There it is. You're over here. So you got total tester. We'll figure out which one. And that was at 2:30. And you did acknowledge. All right, so let's see if you have selected. Okay, yes, you're here. Congratulations, Joey Quetzal. Joey, awesome. All right, Joey, which total tester would you like out of this list? A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, IT Fundamentals, Amazon Solutions Architect, Amazon SysOps Administrator, Amazon CYSA, that's not Amazon, CompTIA CYSA. And I have to switch back and forth to pages here. Python Plus, thank you for your help. Joey, you there? All right, if you're not there, Joey, and if you don't give me an answer, that's okay. What I need you to do is to email me your choice to pi@totalseminars.com. Okay, CYSA, got it. Excellent choice, I think. I'm going to start looking into that one, though I'm going to start pen testing stuff on Monday. Very good. We have our first winner for the day, Joey Quetzal, total tester, CompTIA, CYSA. And you will hear from Kathy probably early this week, sometime this week, with your authorization code and how to access it and all that good stuff. So thank you. Thank you for being our first winner at our first anniversary show. Total tester CYSA at time 2:30. One down, 8 to go. Sweet. That was cool. How do I unshare? I go back over to the page that I was on. Oh, I'm probably showing you all this junk. There we go. And now I can get out of that, unshare it. Cool. All right, let's see what else is going on in the list. By the way, if I get distracted by this stuff in the last 15 minutes, we'll just give them all away. So don't panic, but that means you got to hang around until the last ones are gone. I'm doing 9 prizes today, 3 total testers, 3 Raspberry Pi Picos, and 3 Raspberry Pi kits. So I won't be doing the last one until the very end. So you got to stick around to the bitter end to find out if you're a winner. I'm going back, catching up on questions. Give me all the bands. All right, that's where I left off. Picking it up at 2:13. Mr. Mary, good afternoon, sir. Nice to see you. I got your stuff in. I'm at work, but it's Friday, so hopefully it'll stay slow. Good, I hope so too. Joey's undercover. Yes, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's not your, okay. We just got kind of connected the other day. That was sort of cool. Patricia has deleted her mess. Oh, deleted by the Google moderator team. I don't know what you posted, Patricia, because you are not somebody who would post things that would get deleted. So there must have been some kind of double entendre or something like that in there. But you're still here. That's what matters. You didn't get deleted. Brandon Claspel, greetings. I ran across your stuff. I remember working on it in the emails and the databases and everything. So cool. Odd. I didn't delete anything. Nah, that's a Google moderator team. We're not the Google moderator team. We have band hammers, but that ain't us. Whatever. Silver Fox. You're very welcome, Zach. Aaron Harding. Computers make excellent and efficient servants. And they will say that someday about us, right? Dr. Quinn says hi to Dr. Scott. You pronounce it right? Okay, I'm getting caught up. Is FOSS similar to POS? No, FOSS starts with an F and POS starts with a P. I don't know what FOSS is. POS, Platform as a Service, that's where we build an entire network infrastructure virtually in the cloud. I don't know what the F in FOSS is. Thank you, Chris. It is good. Sugar and lemon. Though it's the lemon extract, I don't have a live lemon in there, sorry. As an iPhone user, not wrecked. Thanks, Stephen. I have iPhones. My wife and son have iPhones. I have an iPhone for my side hustle. I feel like I have to wash my hands after I touch them just because I know Android. I understand it. I can barely use it for no good reason other than lack of using it every day. I suppose I would probably like it a lot more if I used it regularly and understood it. But when the missus comes to me and says, how do you, I don't know, talk to our son. Oh, you beat me to it, Andre. You, but great minds think alike, right? I'm supposed to be scanning, but I have 2 people I'm doing for an introduction to FOSS. Okay, cloud computing service that makes it easier for cloud application developers to run and manage microservices application. Okay, well, that's like a double killer for me then. So Scott has given me a definition here, a cloud computing service that makes it easier for cloud app developers to run and manage microservices application. And you asked about microservices earlier, and I don't know what they are. So I'm double whammied there because this definition, neat, is kind of nebulous. A computing service that makes it easier. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what the F stands for. And again, I'm going to leave the research on that one to you, or you can ask me at a different time when I have time to actually do research on these things and find them. But that's one of the things that many of the questions that you ask are typically either difference questions or definition questions. Good questions to be sure, but very easy to look up. Especially, if you don't know the answer. I don't know the answer sometimes. Mike doesn't know the answer sometimes. So you know what we do? We look it up, and we either understand that because of existing experiences that we have, or we read you the responses and learn them at the same time as you do. So it's not a bad thing for you to take a whack at. And then if you don't understand it and you think it's something that we have some knowledge in, ask us and we'll try to fill it in. But these, basic definition and differential type questions, that's very easy research for anybody. Chris Boyce, I registered, but just saw you sent back a question. I think, okay, so I remember what the question was, and I see the answer here. And I suspected that that's what it was. I want you put your name in the in your email twice, and I figured one of them was your name and the other one was your YouTube moniker. And that was the question that I have. So I assumed that that was the case, and I do have you as a valid entry for that reason. Anyway, thanks for the giveaway in any case. There will be more. Let's go, says David. No passing on a prize day. Nope, no pass. If you're not here, you don't get it. And if you're here, you get it. Thanks. Hola. Onifadi. I'm so sorry if I'm mangling that. I try not to be the ugly American, but I am not the international, and sometimes my ability to pronounce names that are less than local is somewhat flawed. Someone came in the office. What did I miss? We've done one drawing so far. Nothing serious in the hospital, I hope. I hope not either. Yeah, well, I'll fill you in someday, or someday when it comes out well or it doesn't come out well. All right, I'm passing 231. What type of program does random number generator thing? I don't know. It's some web app that you put in a lower number and you put in an upper number and you say generate, and it generates a value from, to, and inclusive. So whoever's number one has a chance. It won't start below or above one, and whoever's the high number, they have a chance too. So when I was testing it, in fact, it did pop up with the highest number in the list. So I know that works. Let's see. If I win Total Tester, I want the Dave Rush Python Plus still. Yeah, if only I knew enough about Python Plus to do a Total Tester on it. Super scrolled. All right, I'm caught up here. I really want a pie, man. Really? People who come here want pies? I want a pie. Wait, is there a giveaway today? Stop it. Fast. Function as a service, says David. Okay. See, you already know more about it than I did. Patricia was flagged for advocating pineapple pizza. She wasn't, because I have a special filter in there that says anybody who is pro ham and or pineapple on pizza has special dispensation to publish anything. When I'm on phone, I noticed that if I'm carrying the phone around, look down and it's often showing report block actions when you click on somebody's profile pic. Okay, maybe you blocked yourself. I bow in shame. Okay, passing 239 happened to me. I'm on my phone, pop-ups. Yeah. Got to get that pie hole set up, buddy. Aaron Harding, the lifeblood of computer is smoke. If you let the magic smoke out, the computer dies. Absolutely true. Very welcome, Chris. Birthday boy is quiet today. Yeah, he said he'd be in and out. He's working, or he's got family over. He's celebrating his birthday. Hope you're safe, Zach, so far. Aaron Harding, should I tape up all the ports I'm not using? There are questions on practice tests that I've seen to that effect. Canadian Rose. Now, Canadian missed, buddy. Just reading questions, reading comments. Raymond, I got a bunch of pies in my desk. Boss sent me the link so you could learn to do more with them. Oh, yeah. In fact, that's one of the things I'm going to do here after our next drawing. We're going to start doing what the show does. Thank you, Scott, on the back channel. Dave Nohan, what's the difference between playbooks and runbooks? You asked Mike that, and Mike told you that he would look it up and give you the answer on Monday. So I'm not going to steal his thunder. I posted him a back channel response. Let me see if I can see it. There it is. I actually found this. I'm just going to read you what I got here, because neither he nor I had expertise in it as I did this. Run books, best defined as a tactical method of completing a task. It's the series of steps to perform a given task. A playbook is broader. It's the culmination of tactical processes, creating a larger plan, a strategic. So playbook, here's all the stuff we've got to do. I got to do this task and this task and this task. And then run books are the step-by-step methods of each individual task. I don't know that coming off of the top of my head. I researched it while we were online talking with you on Wednesday. And so that's the best I got for you. And I looked that up. I remember the search that I did. I use my favorite search engine. I use Quant these days. I don't use Google. And I said exactly that. Run books versus playbooks. Yep, there it is. Zach is having just a little too much fun today. On your laptop, I just found a nice t-shirt line. Some people are so clumsy. They trip over the wireless internet. Oh, don't hide on Discord, either of you guys. So I have a tutorial on Pi-hole setup. Yes, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute because it is dated. It used noobs, and I think we need to do a brand spanking new one because there are new and better ways to do it now than there was. That was the very first or second episode that we did, how to set up your first Raspberry Pi, and that method is no longer valid. So I will do that again in very short order. That was from Chris at 244. Let's do another. Luck is a 4-letter word. One that you make to boot. Okay, so let's do another one. Let us do a Raspberry Pi Pico. So here again is the rules. I'm going to call out your YouTube name from the list of pre-registered people. If you're here, just say I'm here, and I've got all the information I need to get that to you. So this hopefully is going to be quick and easy. Let me go over to the random number generator. Yeah, okay, it's over on this page. Here and here and here. We click the big generate button and it says number 14. So we go down to number 14. I have not seen her check in today. Jessica Llewellyn, you have won a Raspberry Pi Pico if you're here. This was at 247 Pico. And you have 1 minute or so to tell me you're here. And if so, you win. And if not, we'll draw again for somebody else. So looking down at the bottom of the link, I see Joey here saying congratulations. That's me. I'm Jessica. I identify as a Jessica. Oh, come on, Jessica. I hope you're here because we worked hard on getting you in the database. You had, as I recall, a challenge. Pico, that's strange. I'm going to have to look that one up, right? You're not aware of Raspberry Pi Pico? That's right, because you haven't watched a lot of our shows here. I feel the Spartacus thing coming on. No, I'm Jessica. I'm Jessica. I'm Jessica. Come on, Jessica. Are you here? A few more seconds. Oh, that would be so sad. Our second winner would not be here. Patricia. All right. Patricia, you weren't here. I'm sorry, not Patricia. Jessica, you weren't here. So sorry, not here. So let's fire up the rando generator and pick another hat from the name. Number 10. This person is here. Bob Frederick. Bob Frederick, are you here? You've got a Pico coming your way. Stand by, making notes here. 249. Second draw. Master Jessica. All right, checking the list. I know you're here. I just got to see it. Nigel Tulowitz, Sonny Andre, Zach, Rob Frederick. I am Bob. Never mind. Congratulations, Bob Frederick. Rob Frederick, you have won a Raspberry Pi Pico that will get shipped out to you in very short order. And congratulations. I'm going to do another one because we're coming up on Time to do another one. How's that? I don't want to get too far behind here. This one, let's do a Raspberry Pi kit. It's going to be a Raspberry Pi 4, 2 gigs of RAM, power supply, all the stuff you need. You got your own monitor, you got your own keyboard, you've got your own other stuff. And it dawned on me, I've written some lab manuals and some other things. I'll see if I can let they go out with some other kits, but I'll see if Kathy will let me include those or ship them under separate cover. No promises, but you know, there's a million resources out there and you've always got my show. So off to the random number generator for a Raspberry Pi kit. Number 22. Can you believe it? Guess what number you are, David Mohan? Congratulations, our eternal winner who wins all Raspberry Pi kit. To David Mohan, as acknowledge that you're here. Make sure you haven't gone away and left me. That was at 250. And wow, can you believe it? David Mohan is perhaps the luckiest human in all of the AMAs that David Mohan, yes. And we're using Amazon UK, so we will have no trouble shipping that to you. You got a Raspberry Pi coming your way. Congratulations. And those of you who are in the UK who think it's unfair that David Mohan wins too many times, let me know. I'll give you his address. You can go over and have a nice face-to-face meeting with him. Now, it's wonderful news. Congratulations, David Mohan. I'm very happy for you. You know what? I should save this spreadsheet. I'm saving this stuff all in because we'll get a power failure and I'll lose all the records. I'll be able to find them by watching the whole show again. That would just kill me. Wonderful news. 3 prizes down, 6 prizes to go. Man, this is fun. You should do this where I am. I know you're excited about the possibility of winning prize. I am, you know, that joy of giving thing, better to give than receive. I am just giddy about that right now. I want to do this every week. I don't think they'll let me. I don't think there's enough budget, but wow, that would be fun. And now I know why Mike enjoys so much doing his contests. All right. Andre's got a 4 gig himself. Good. This might be a 4. I don't remember. I remember we spec'd them out based on the budget that we had, and they were either 2s or 4s. They're at least 2s. How's that? There's my promise for you. All right, I'm going back to reading old messages. How many Jessicas did we get in there? Yep. The list is rigged, says Nigel. You got 6 more chances, Nigel. And hold your britches. Siegfried's talking to Andre at 249. Umar Farouk is here. Nice. Wait, is it too late to register? Yeah, I'm not happy about having to do pre-registrations. I would also like to say, look, we got a lot of people here. Let's include them. I just couldn't find a good way to do it. Before we do anything like this again, we will find a way to do both pre-registration and live in person. But I don't know what it is. You can register now and hope you win on the replay. Take that, Mike. I'll make sure that I communicate that to Mike that you won that. Maybe he'll incorporate that in your upcoming shirt. Banned, except you can have a pie too. My name is David. Yes, it is. You didn't have to tell anybody. I figured Scott and I and a couple of the long timers on Discord were the only people that knew your name. Now the whole world knows it. VMware being a pain. Got to reboot. Okay. I won't do anything for a few minutes. Which Raspberry Pi should I start with? It depends on 2 things. What do you want to do? Are you just looking to learn Linux? In that case, a Raspberry Pi Zero, they're $10 US. And US and oh, so you're not in Oz, you're elsewhere. If you're looking to do some programming, some coding, we want to start thinking at 3B plus. They still make and sell those. However, they sell them at the same price as they sell the Model 4B pluses. So you get a 2 gig Model 4B plus for $35 US, and you got to spend a couple extra bucks on a power supply and a micro SD card. That's all you need. You can do everything else remotely from the existing computer that you have, but you want a case because you don't want it to short out. So in the end, you know, it's 50, 60 US is the minimum price to get in. $100 if you got to buy a keyboard and a mouse and a a video cable, an HDMI micro to full-size video cable to hook into your monitor. If you're talking about doing, serious stuff, watching 2 screens, 60 frame per second, you're going to want an 8 gigs of RAM, model 4B. But for most people, for basic usage and basic hobbying, the Raspberry Pi 4B Plus with 2 gigs of RAM probably serves 90% of the people who want to experiment with a Pi. If you're looking to save money and you've got something very specific, like I just want to make a Pi hole, that's all I want to do. I've been looked in my archives about Pi holes, and you'll see. Then you can get away with $10, but you're going to set it up and you're never going to use it for anything else again. You're not going to see it. It's kind of like buying an appliance. If you want to set up just because I want to see how to install a Pi hole, but I don't care, then I'm going to blow away and then I'm going to install something else. I'll throw out a word here, like RetroPie, but that wouldn't be good on a Pi Zero. So look, it's a balance between your budget and what you want to do. The more sophisticated stuff you want to do, the more simultaneous things I want to do. I want to run a web server on here, and I want to run a DHCP server, and I want to run RetroPie, and I want to run a streaming video server. Then I need something with more memory and more horsepower. We don't want to be thinking on lines of a Raspberry Pi Zero. We didn't do RetroPie, Scott, yet. It's on my list of things to do. We looked at it for the last 3 weeks, and remember we had problems getting the video to go over Zoom and VMC. But RetroPie is a gaming console. You can turn your Raspberry Pi into an 80s gaming console that runs all the old game ROMs from Ataris. And thanks, Scott. I realized it as I was yammering there. So you can run Atari games and Coleco games, and all the old cool console games you can run on a RetroPie. All right, so we're going to do that. I'm just working out a techno problem, one final techno problem. And once we get that out, it's all about being able to show you what's going on. That's going to be cool. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so you're doing Linux and pen testing. 4B with 2 gigs or 4 gigs is fine. I have a Kali machine sitting right here in my, can I reach that over to you without knocking over untold quantities of stuff and put it on camera? The answer is maybe. Let's try. Okay, I'm guessing that's on camera. I've got so many other things going here, I can't tell what I have. Yeah, okay, you can kind of sort of see it. There we go. So there's a Raspberry Pi. It's running Kali. I've got it running some other stuff too. Depends on which card I plug in. But this is a 4B with 4 gigs of RAM in it. And that's a beautiful pen testing machine. Going to 8 megs, fine, but it really doesn't do you that much more value. You're not going to run dozens of simultaneous pen testing utilities at the same time. Simultaneous, I may have used that word. So 4 gigs is just fine for that. Super K is also out of Hawaii. Nice. You guys should definitely catch up. I understand there's only like 13 or 14 people spread across all the Hawaiian islands. So definitely see each other. I had a new Hawaiian shirt and it was a debate. Wear this, wear the Hawaiian, wear this, and the new Hawaiian over it. It's from Royal something Hawaii. So you're right. Supposedly it's a major name in Hawaii. I don't know. You know me, it's a pickup, but it's a very cool shirt. And I'll have it on next week. Yeah, it's a Hawaiian meetup. I love that stuff. Umar Farouk. I just finished college and started a diploma in IoT. And I'm already introduced to Arduino, and I'm very excited to start working on Raspberry Pi. Excellent. And if you're playing Arduino, you want to look at the Raspberry Pi Pico. It's $4 US. It is the same general technology as an Arduino, but it uses silicon made by the folks at Raspberry Pi. And of course, the nice thing about Raspberry Pi and Arduino is they both have a huge community of people who develop projects and libraries and dependencies and things like that for it. The Arduino, the Pico runs native C++, and a new version of Python, MicroPython. Really, really good stuff. Here's one. It's in a board right now, but this thing is the Raspberry Pi Pico. So it's about the same size. And they've got so many resources for it now. I've got a box full that I bought. I just started some projects with it. There's displays and there's add-ons and all the I2C resources and SPI resources that work for Arduino will work on the Pico. It's got it's got a couple I2C interfaces, a couple SPI interfaces, lots of PWI interfaces. I know you don't know what I'm talking about. 5 of you do out of all the people that are here. But it's cool. It's easy. It's fun development stuff. Catching up here. So Scott has reposted at 2:57 the link to the Discord channel. We're going to be on Discord after the show here today. I'll be on with mic and camera. Love for you to come on with mic and camera, but you don't have to. You can text with us there, but it's great if we have a face-to-face conversation. There's lots of folks on the Discord channel who do get together with mics and cameras after these things, and we have fun roundtables and discussions go everywhere. And you know, we keep things really above the belt here with nice language and everybody there is very nice too, but it might get a little saltier there as people tend to well, there's more people than me or Scott or somebody like that, and you know, we've got a personality and a brand to uphold, so I'm going to say oh rats instead of something else, but that might not happen on a Discord channel. Aaron Harding, I would like to set up a Raspberry Pi Kubernetes. I researched how to pronounce that damn name. I've been calling it Kubernetes forever, and somebody pointed out that I was wrong and got my hackles up and said, no, how can it be? And then I researched, and holy Hannah, it's Kubernetes. All right, so you want to set up a Kubernetes cluster as part of my home lab. So I did container clusters here with Docker, of course. And we did Docker using Ubuntu for Raspberry Pi, and I've been chewing on doing Kubernetes as well. So you know what? I'm adding to my list these days of upcoming things, and I know that I've been thinking about that in my head, but I have not put it into my notes. So let me add that to my shows to do in future. K8 clusters. Okay, so me too. Save it, exit it, done. Andre, seems to be bigger chance than 2 from, you're not going to make me pronounce that. I can do some Scandinavian pronunciation, but Brookhuizenvurst. Brookhuizenvurst. I won't be far off. Mom is from Brookhuizenvurst. I was going to say Tolowit. I would have choked myself if that was true. Scott posted a nice link for information about Pico at 3 o'clock. Thank you, Scott. Over Raspberry Pi org projects using Picos. Yes, there is lots to learn, but you know, follow along our series here, and we spoon feed it step by step for the past 52 episodes. You will know almost everything I know if you watch and try some of those things. Yeah, I know it would take 100 hours. No, it only takes 50 hours because we only do at most about an hour per project. We do 2-hour shows and hour projects. Face-to-face conversation. Alex, you're here. Ciao. I have a yellow pencil. That's an inside joke that I just started with Alice 2 days ago. Hello, everyone. Hello, Core Nerds are on video and audio. Yeah, but by all means, come no matter how you can come. Come with the keyboard, come with the camera, come with anything. All right, scrolling up. Already midnight here in Mauritius. It says Umar, David has retracted his message. And late night, yeah, it is late night. We only got another hour to go here. It's pronounced Trenton. Yes, I knew that. Man, everybody is posting and retracting just as fast as they repost. All I can see is Mr. G's message retracted, and it happened 14 seconds to go. It's pronounced Belgium. Got it, Belgium. Or is it Belgium? Yeah, it's probably Belgium. Here's your cool pie shirt to give away. Yeah, I will give it away. You will be, everybody will turn off the show if I take this thing off. Giveaway so far, more to come. In fact, I am feeling like doing a pair of them right now. So let me freeze that. All right. Nobody type anything in until we find out the winner and we give them a chance to type in so I don't have to hunt. Thank you very much. Next prize is going to be a total tester. Let me get the total tester choices up so you can stare at them whilst there we go. Total testers, go over here, share screen. All right, so we are giving away your choice of one of these total tester practice tests. And I will fire up my handy dandy little random number generator. Come here, you, that's over on this page. Click that, click this. Yeah, I know I'm sharing the screen. Thank you, Zoom. We hit the generate and it says, go to that line number. I'm not going to tell line numbers. I have not seen this person here today, so there's a chance that somebody's going to win something that's not here, but over here on this line, Kazir Siddiqui. Kazir Siddiqui, are you here? You have 1 minute to let me know you're here. And if you are, you get your choice of one of these lovely total testers, A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, a couple Amazon ones. All right, so I am checking to see if Kazir's name pops up and he says hi. Come here, you. There we go. Giveaway so far. This is okay. Sonny, Tulawit, Nigel, Andre, Zach, Kazir, Khazir, Scott. It's looking like Kazir is not here. We'll give him another 20 seconds or so. I'm going to go make a note as if he weren't here, and then I'll update it. Not here at 3:07. Okay, if you didn't win that time, that's okay. You get another chance. We're going to try and draw again for choice of total tester. And after this one, I'm going to do another one. So let's see. Did he turn up? One last quick look. Not yet. Okay. Sorry, Kazir. I haven't seen you online before, so you may have found this in one of the other areas that we post in, but you're not a regular. You don't get to turn up. But all right, so I'm going to generate another randomly number. Boy, it takes a long time. Okay, there's a good number. This person is here. RedTuber 3, you have won a total tester at time 3:08. Second drawing. For absent person. Okay, RedTube, tell me that you're here and tell me which free total tester would you like as your giveaway from the list we have displayed. RedTuber, CYSA, a very popular one today. Very nice. Over to Spreadsheetville. Total tester. CYSA, that's familiar. Good. Okay, that's drawing number one. Let's do another drawing. And this one is going to be for a Pico, Raspberry Pi Pico. There's kind of a pattern here if you haven't figured it out. No, not that one. Goodness gracious. All right, let's just unshare for a second. I don't need that anyways. Okay, the random number generator is here. We click on that. It comes up with a line number that hasn't been selected yet in the past. We go way down the list here and we find a name that I haven't seen appear here today. Oh, I hope you're here because you're very close. I just drove through your town this past weekend. Al Capone, YouTube name Al Capone. Are you here to win a Raspberry Pi Pico? I'm not going to look yet. I'm going to give you a minute or so while I check this, while I make some notes here. This was at 310 for a Pico. And let's see, is Al Capone here? I know there's like 47 jokes. I know that Tullowit is writing in his head 47 reasons why Al Capone would not be here today. Let it go, dude. Yes, David Mohan did not win this one. Yes, winners' names are removed, David. But I'm leaving yours in, you know, because it's you. Kevin has not won yet. David hasn't won his 13th yet today. YouTube got Sisa today. Lopez, Red Tuber, congratulations. Sisa, Red Tuber. Al just appeared. Al Capone. You have appeared mystically and magically at just the right time. You have just won a Raspberry Pi Pico. Congratulations. I don't know if you were listening when we called your name, but you turned up here at exactly the right amount of time. So congrats. I just drove through your town this past weekend on a very long drive between Ohio and Texas. Hey, Al Capone is somewhere between Ohio and Texas. You can locate him. So congratulations. We're 4 prizes down, 5 to go. How does that work? I don't know. We'll figure it out. So the next prize is going to be a Raspberry Pi kit in 10 minutes or so. So stick around. Let's see what else is going on in the list. Wow. I'm reading messages. That's wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5 and 4 to go. That works. Okay, that makes sense. I just can't count. Reading messages. Pico for the win. So you're here in the States. It's really easy to ship you. There's not going to be any questions about how to get it to you. Piece of cake. Kevin says, ciao to Alex. Alex, you're amazing. We get a lot of people from a lot of parts of the world here, as you well know. And yet you are the only one, or almost the only one, who elicits people to want to communicate with you in your native tongue. And I just love that. That's wonderful and fascinating. Thank you very much. Vishal says, how many drawings still remain? So I've got a Raspberry Pi kit next, and then one more of each of the other 3 prizes coming after that. So there'll be another total tester, another Pico, and then the last one is going to be another kit. So 4 to go. If my name pops up again, I will donate the $100 to you. Very nice, Mr. G. It's spelled Pico, belly button in Hawaiian. Okay. And now we have learned yet another bit of tongue. So now we know that Pico with a K is belly button in Hawaiian. You know what I know, besides the handful of words that we all know, the aloha and melikalikilaki. I can never pronounce it unless I'm singing it. But I learned somewhere back in, I don't know, grade school or junior high, the word 2 A's, which, if it's true, whatever the teacher taught us that, means lava. And I know that because it turned into a small family fight because I used that in a family Scrabble game. And I got all kinds of pushback. No, you can't use foreign words. And my take on it was Hawaii is part of the United States and therefore is an American word. You know how these fights go. There was a lot of stabbings and hospital calls and police. And so Tullowit will tell me if in fact is a Hawaiian word that means lava. I never bothered to look it up after that. No, there's something in Al Capone's vault. Outstanding reference. Very, very nice. Because I know you're doing the Geraldo reference, not just the fact that he had vaults. Very cool. There you go. Tullowit's with me. Geraldo is cheering. Oh, Sonny, you didn't register. I'm so sorry. I love this. And I'm going to push for doing something like this again before our next anniversary, maybe 6 months from now, our 18-month anniversary. Yes, I am giving international, Umar Farouk. Don't you dare hiding. Yay, my Win7 VM stopped working. Sorry. You know, it needs more than a gig of RAM. You can make it run with a gig, but it takes an hour. It may be working. It may just be between screens. Yeah, when possible. So it depends really. He is pre-registered. He's good to go. So electronic stuff we can get to you right away. We'll see if we'll be able to ship to you internationally. And if not, we'll provide something somehow to you of roughly equivalent value of whatever the prize was supposed to have been. Slow moving lava. It's a specific kind. If my name appears again, Mike will consider it an incident response. Doubtless, David. Nice. Passing 314 here. I like your energy today, Mr. G. I am so excited about giving stuff away. I'm excited that we've done this for a year. I'm excited about sparkly stuff behind me and the little paper lanterns that look like raspberries. It's a good day. And my missus, who has been ordered back to offices several days a week, she got today canceled and she's here with me and I get to look over and have a nice view. And it's just a good day other than, you know, the family crisis that's going on back in the Midwest, but I haven't heard any bad news all day. So I'm reading that as a positive. Oh, okay. That was Mr. G at 315. That didn't require that long of a response, did it? Yeah, you may think this is iced tea. And that's because it probably is. Scott reminds us at 315 that we do have specials. If you don't win a prize, we still have great stuff, great swag that you can purchase, and including Total Tester and ebook bundles. We got a bunch of them at 50% off. Scott's got them listed at 315, A+, Net Plus bundles. And there's some other bundles that I posted up earlier. Just go check out the, oh no, these aren't advertised bundles, but anything that we have that has both a Total Tester and an ebook for, you can make a bundle out of that and get 50% off them. And you want to be looking at doing that soon. Take advantage of our special AMA discounts that I do and that Mike do, because I have been told by the sales department just last night in a conversation at 8 p.m. while I was walking around the party store buying this stuff, that the prices of many of our products are going to be going up in short order. So take advantage. I will send him a Santa Aloha shirt. Yeah, Christmas would be a cool time to do that, huh? I think it would be Dave Wonderful in raspberry colored Santa suit. Sure. Says a man whose name starts with red. Darn right I'd wear it. Hey, if you missed it, I threw it down already. Yeah, there we go. We started the show with steampunk. AMA special details this week. Yeah, 50% off ebooks and ebook Total Tester bundles. All right, let me look at that, make sure I'm reading that. And the missing thing applies to A+, Net Plus, Sec Plus, CYS A+, Pen Test, and AWS Systems Architect bundles. Code, all numbers, 802. I'm reading it off of there. What is this? 802 NO21. No, it's the date from whatever Monday of this week was. So 080221. Yeah. So in US format, day, month, year. Month, day, year. 08 August, 02 Monday, 21, the year. Thank you, Scott, just for clearing that up. 18, okay, not time yet for another contest yet. Sorry for my crappy typing. That's okay. Here we go. Scott's posted the whole shindig, and at 3:18, that's all the bundles and the code correctly. So very good. Thanks, Scott. And I will copy paste that last message that you put in the back channel on the screen and see how everyone reacts with horror and shock and amazement. All right. Scott is very professional in front of screen, behind screen, when he types, back channel. He's an amazing guy. Until you get swill in him. And then he gets fun, not just amazing. Nigel says, tell what's you on Discord with camera this time. Yeah, we haven't seen you camera in a while, so I can give you the finger. Nice. See, I told you Discord is just a little bit salty sometimes. I'm going to rethrow. Scott, why don't you throw up the rethrow up the Discord links one more time too? We're 40 minutes away from that. By the way, when we get done here, it takes me a couple of minutes to put my life back together, 10 or 15 minutes. I have to catch up on some work things that pile up when I'm not doing them every second of the day. There's lots of forums that we moderate, and there will be 20 questions that I have to answer. But so 15, 20 minutes after we get done with this, I'll join you on Discord. Lots of people already be on there, and conversations will already have gone very weird places. 20 after, let's do a Raspberry Pi kit. I'm feeling like a Ras Pi kit. So let me go to my generator program and generate a shiny new number. There's a new number right in the middle of the pack. Oh, okay. I think I saw you here today. Catherine. Yeah, this line. Catherine, if you are here today, and I think you are, that you have just won a Raspberry Pi kit in the lovely town that you're on. Very easy to ship to. So I'm going to make some notes here that you're the winner. Our Ras Pi kit. And the current time is 3:21. This is just so I can find it all later. And let's see if you acknowledge that you're here. And I suppose you could pass on it. Catherine, are you here? Going to give you a minute. You are here. Yes. Oh my God. Thank you. You are so very welcome, Catherine. You and I had a minor challenge getting some of the information stabilized, but it's stabilized. I got what we need. And aren't you glad you did that now? That one piece of information that I was missing would have made it impossible for you to get this. So congratulations, Catherine. You have won a Raspberry Pi kit. We'll get that shipped out to you as quickly as humanly possible, certainly within the next week or so. It'll be coming from Amazon, and congratulations. 6 kits done, 3 kits to go. We got another total tester. We got another Raspberry Pi Pico. We got another Raspberry Pi, all of that happening in the next 30 minutes or so. Stick around. You could be the next big winner. Tell them what they won, Scott. David Mohan says, congratulations. Now he's going to send you an email that tells you how to win 5 more today. Yes, you are here. That's wonderful. I saw the back channel hiccup, but I didn't see anything new pop up in it. Aaron, I must have a delay. I'm seeing people responding before you even announce who won. Yeah, I don't know if you've played Network Plus yet. But one of the things that we teach about in Network Plus is this technology called a CDN, a content delivery network. And what happens is you're a stream provider like YouTube. And what YouTube does is they have servers all over the world, and they update them, which in turn updates kind of their local areas. So they have different loads, they have different capabilities and capacities. And so depending on your part of the world, and if you're operating near a slow CDN, you may see things happen much slower or much faster than somebody else who's connected to a different CDN. I send to YouTube from here, and I never know which CDN is going to send back to me. So sometimes I see long delays, 10, 15 seconds before something that I did turns up on my YouTube monitor page. I'm just watching YouTube just like you are. Okay, well, I'm sorry you're not hearing names, Brandon, but I know audio is working. All right, let's see what else is cooking here. What I was going to do today, and it doesn't look like I'm going to have much time because we are just having a good time here talking and listening, but my plan and my hope, can QoS help with delays? No. QoS is designed to say, I've got so much stuff coming into my router that I'm going to prioritize some of that traffic. So it doesn't start doing that prioritization until you get near maximum input bandwidth or output of your router. That's where we implement QoS. So the delay is coming from the CDN. I send it to YouTube. They eventually send it to all of the CDNs out there. And they're not sending to every CDN they have. They know based on who's watching this channel and where the IP addresses are. Okay, I got to send to this CDN. I got to send to this CDN. Nobody is here today from Japan, let's say. And so it won't send to the CDN that somebody from Japan is watching. If somebody checks in from Japan, okay, that activates that CDN. So it's all about where the CDNs are, when they get the information from YouTube, and then how long it takes them to forward to all of the local recipients. CDNs, Content Delivery Network. Good stuff. So nope, QoS won't help with that one. Good question. Excellent question, David. So what I was going to do is just kind of talk about almost list-like some of the things that we've done in the past, because we've got a lot of new faces here, and I want to give you a sense of the kinds of things that we have done here, and we'll do similar kinds of things, but different, of course, over the past year. So let me just take a quick look at a few of those things, and I'm not going to list them all off. They'll take forever, but I have always treated this process like like I would teach a course. So I got a class full of 30 people in a college freshman class or something like that, and we're all here to learn about CompTIA and Raspberry Pis. So we start with laying down basics and foundations, and we build on that and we build on that. And I'm kind of at the point where I always assume that people have been with me for a long time and have a lot of this foundational knowledge. And sometimes that's not always true. And if you're watching a show and I start doing something that you're hopelessly behind on, let me know, and that'll give me a sense of maybe I got to go back a little bit and start. And whenever I do something new, I do go back and lay down some foundations. I don't assume you know everything that we all know if you've been here for 52 weeks. But we started out in the beginning, how to get your very first Raspberry Pi and how to set up your very first Raspberry Pi. And back then, the Raspberry Pi folks had a tool called Noobs, N-O-O-B-S, new out of box, whatever the S stood for. And you would burn an image of Noobs onto a micro SD card. There's a pile of them around here somewhere. They're really small like this. So you have to use a Mac machine, another Linux machine if you happen to have one of those. Obviously a Windows machine works great, and a micro SD card reader. And you would burn Noobs onto that thing and you plug it into your Raspberry Pi and you power it up and it boots up. And it does all kinds of automatic things for you during that initial boot up process. And what was really cool and interesting about Noobs is if you messed something up, you made a change to the operating system and it won't boot anymore, or you can't undo it or whatever, all you had to do is power off and power back on and hold down the shift key on your keyboard. And that would cause Noobs to re-trigger and you could start a fresh install. Well, they don't do that anymore. Now what you do is you burn an actual bootable image that you download from the Raspberry Pi site and start it up the same way, and it still does a whole bunch of automated features. But if you mangle it now, there is no automatic, restart or rebuild or reboot. You just take it out and you go reburn a fresh image and start it again. And that's, other than that, everything that we learned in doing Noobs is still pretty much the same. There's a couple new cool and added features. And I will do a new show on that in very short order because I want to make sure everybody's clear on how to do this. It's going to be a couple weeks. We also, on that very first show, said installing and having a Raspberry Pi is great. Now, what do you do with it? And so we did a simple project called the first thing that, the first cool and potentially useful thing that you can do with a Raspberry Pi is to have an FTP server. So we went through the process of how to set up an FTP server. Next week and the next, couple months, we tied it all very tightly to CompTIA A+ objectives and Net+ objectives and Security+ objectives. So for A+, Net+, and Security+, there are certain Linux commands that you have to know in order to ace the test, or at least do well on it. And there are some specific command line FTP commands that you have to know, even right now. And you got to have a basic understanding of how the Linux file system works. So, look back to the archives. If you're thinking about taking the A+ or the Net+ or the Sec+ test and you don't know anything about Linux or FTP commands, head back in the archives. The second show we did, August 7th, 1 year ago today, that archive is still there and you can still watch it. Next week we did more Linux commands and Wireshark, and we departed. I said, okay, everybody's kind of bored with CompTIA. Let's build a media server. So we spent 2 episodes building Kodi servers, I think back then. Might have been Kodi, might have been Plex. At some point or another, we did them both. And if you look on the YouTube channel, just our regular YouTube channel that you come to before you come to my channel, you'll see playlists. And if you click on playlists, you'll see all of Mike's shows in the order that he's done them. You'll also see all of the drama shows that we've done in order. So that's how you find our archives. There's another way to find them all mixed together in date order, but just want to see the Raspberry shows, look in the playlist. Just want to see Mike's AMAs, look in the playlist. You will find them. Hey, it's 30. We got 3 prizes to go. I want to give another one away. Let me check messages here, see what's popped up while I was yammering. Okay, passing 326. Aaron Harding, I learned something new. Thanks. I'm currently studying like a madman for A+, so I can get an entry-level job and get out of the kitchen Facebook where I'm a cook. Tullowit is a trained cook. I've been a cook. There is nothing wrong with being a cook, and there's every bit of potential to lead into the things that we do now. So wonderful. I want to have a year experience by next fall when I graduate and have 5 certs. Okay, well, Mike is going to disagree with you about collecting certs. A degree and a cert that's appropriate for the job position that you're pursuing is great. Then you let the company pay for your subsequent certs, and they will be glad to do that. They want to see you advance. They want to see people hired and replace you while you move up the ladder. So, don't be a cert collector for the sake of collecting certs. Don't think that having 5 certs is going to get you that dream job. If you want to be Sec+, if you want to get into security, get A+ to get your feet wet, and then maybe pursue Sec+ because the job you're looking for requires Sec+. But that doesn't mean you got to have Net+ and AWS+ and pen testing and all that. So pick 1 or 2 certs that are appropriate for the job that you're looking for, and off you go. Yeah, collecting certs is fun. People ask Mike and I and Scott all the time, how many certs do you have? None. For lots of reasons. I either get certified and then I let them expire, or I let my credentials stand on themselves. I don't need to carry around a certification to say I'm Security Plus certified, because I teach Security Plus and I have a pass rate of 95% first time of the people that I teach. So I don't have to say I got Sec+. I know it well enough that I can help other people get Sec+. And you can do the same thing with your degree and the experience that you develop with 1 good certificate to get you a job. Just my thoughts. Andre, you could try trim on resolution to see if that helps. Other than that, you don't have to get used to it. You can sound harsh, Andre, my friend. Yeah, A+ is a really fun thing. Your Raspberry Pi series has been very helpful since the beginning. Thank you, Kevin Lopez. You also, and you've done a lot of very interesting things. When you first came in to Mike's show and my show, what's he thinking? What's he doing? What's he pursuing? Now that we've got to know you and you've kind of focused the direction that you're going in. I really love what you're doing, and the posts that you've been putting up, that you put up on Discord. Good stuff. Passing 328, conversations between each other. Try this for fun, says Tullowit at 328. I'm afraid to read this. Open multiple browsers and watch this live. Right, yeah. Yeah, if you open different browsers, you'll see things happen at different times. Some people do it on their phone and on their computer and see different things happen at different times as they're watching these. Yep, there he says it. Do it on your phone. Aaron, I should try that. I've got Pop OS, Kali, WinServer 19, and Ubuntu all running at the moment. All same machine, all VMs, or all different machines? Are there any certs that do not expire? No. And there's a reason for that, David. There is some ISO certifications that in order for your certificate program to be blessed, it has to be updated periodically, and it's almost always 3 years. And so if CompTIA says, hey, we got a new certification out there, it's called A+, and we want an international blessing on this thing so that it will have appeal all over the world, then they have to conform with, Scott knows the ISO number, or Mike does, I don't. And so to get that blessing, it will have to retire in 3 years and a new one will have to take its place. So 3 years is a standard. Yeah, there are some old certs. If you got A+ prior to January 1st, 2011, it's grandfathered for life. But for modern day certificates, no, there's no lifetime stuff that I'm aware of. You know, obviously there's going to be some wacky certification that the exception proves the rule. Okay, I'm caught up. It's a 3:55 or 3:35. So it's time to give away a total tester. Let me throw up total tester share. No, I'm going to put it up afterward. I'm learning stuff. Okay, first of all, I need a random number generator. What the heck is going on here? I got pages that have disappeared. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's my random number generator. There's my database of contestants, giveaway recipients. We generate a new number. Ooh. I love this. The winner of a total tester of choice. Let me put it up and you can pick it out. I know this person's here. This person is a longtime regular here and Discord. I know, I'm holding off because I'm so excited to say it. Hang on, filling out my database already. I'll tell you when to stop typing so I can look for it. TT at time 3:37. Okay, putting up the share choice, and then I will say the name, and this person will say, I'm here, I'm glad I won. And this is the one that I want. Okay, so here's choice of total testers to select from. The winner of total tester of choice from this list is, drumroll please, Patricia Grace. Patricia Grace, tell me you're still here. I know you are. And you have won one. I think you've won one of Mike's freebies in the past. And if you have, here's another one. It's probably expired by then. Goodness gracious, what's going on here? Oh, I see. There we go. Now I can get to it. Patricia Grace, Firefox. Okay, that is not the response. I've got to go down to the end here. Hold up. There is the. Looking for Patricia to say she's here and happy to have won. Patricia Grace, fire. Okay, so she said something at 3:34. She's here. Patricia Grace, talk to me. You have 1 minute to tell me you're here, and because you can always give this away. It'll give somebody your registration email address, or let Kathy know. There we go. Hey, AWS Cert Solution Architect for Patricia Grace. Loving that answer. Congratulations, Patricia. Solutions Architect, right here. Let me copy that and I'll put it into Uncle Database. Way to go. Everybody is pursuing all the high-end stuff, which makes sense because you guys have been around for a while. You've been playing with A+, Net+, Sec+. So share that with somebody, study it yourself. Way to go. Congratulations, Patricia Grace. We have 2 prizes left that will happen in the next 20 minutes or less. We got another Raspberry Pi Pico coming up next, and then our final prize of the day will be another Raspberry Pi kit. Oh, so exciting. Man, I'm having fun. Okay, let's catch up on questions. You are beer. Patricia is a woman of faith, though she may have a beer. I say, even though it's not me, Kevin, David, she's busy working on thermal base. Did you see, guys, early this year, late last year, some parent whose kid's a nice techno geek and builds computers, she found in his work area the little syringe they have of thermal paste and had a meltdown. Her kid is doing drugs with syringes, and no, that went viral. And many of the providers of thermal paste have now added to their list of packaging non-syringe type things to avoid panicky parents. I use toothpaste myself, or peanut butter. I said, even though, okay, I'm reading questions here. Passing 337, a core nerd, exactly right. Any mango, share the luck, right? Raymond Quick. So one thing that could be affecting overall quality is actually the streamers in the background. Yeah, except they're not impacting my feedback quality on Zoom. I'm blaming this 100% on you. This happens sometimes. I'm thinking this has probably happened 3 or 4 times with me over the course of the show. So yeah, it could be streamers. I could be wrong, but my other monitor system here seems to be live at. But yeah, you're right. It could be their compression algorithm, could be something else. Slow-mo guys did a vid on it last year. Hey, that's possible. Good check. You know what? Good news. It won't be here next week. Or if I'm really lazy, it will, and we'll test it again. Wouldn't that be interesting to do that one more time? I might do that. I might just keep this up for one more week just for testing purposes, and we'll see. We can make it a fun thing. I could tear it all down in the middle of the show and see the problem solves. All right, reading questions. Passing 338. Time to study some more. There's no escape. Sec Plus is waiting for you, says Alex. Alex, who passed Sec Plus recently. Congratulations, man. That's wonderful. You're done with the trifecta. Does Total Tester get expired once purchased? Yes. As soon as Kathy registers you, we'll send you the email that says, here's your registration, how to get in, and your 90 days, these are 90-day access, starts the day that she creates the registration. So as soon as we create it, you're going to get registered, and your 90-day countdown ticker will start then. Mainlining thermal paste. if anybody was going to say that, it was going to be Tolowit. So I heard Cert Master, says David Mohan, allows you to renew CompTIA exams via a course. Is there something similar for renewing AWS exams? Okay, so Cert Master is not special here. What they're doing is handling the administration of a program that's actually run by CompTIA. There are several ways to re-up a certification. And one of them is by taking a particular kind of course that has to get blessed by CompTIA. I am not aware of the renewal programs of the AWS exam. So I don't have the answer to that. I would look up, I would Google renew AWS certification. I think you got to retake. The challenge with AWS certs is they change so many of their certifications annually. It's incredible. AWS retaking exam or taking better exam for renewing. There we go. Thank you, Scott. So one of the same or two of the same ways that regular CompTIA is, you can simply retake the exam when it expires. You got to wait for it to expire. You can't take it while it's still active, or you can take the next level while it's still in place. So, do it near the end of its lifetime, and then it re-ups the older one. But, what's the point? If I'm going to take this one, level 1, and in 3 years, take level 2, that's what my employer, my prospective employer, cares about. He's past level 2. He knows, she knows that I've already have enough knowledge to do level 1. That's why I'm able to pass level 2. So re-upping the old certificates holds little value for most employers. More power to you if you just want to collect certificates, but. All right, reading questions. I'm saying overall YouTube. Yeah, I understand, Raymond. You're right. You may be right. Dr. Quinn, watch out, David Rush. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to hack into my generator. Sounds good. Knock so well. Andrew in the house. Tom Pickerton, which CompTIA certifications would you consider to be most appropriate for a college student looking to begin a brand new IT career versus which do you think need career experience? Okay, so IT career goes a couple of different ways. An IT degree is typically a programming degree, and for that, none of the trifecta certificates hold real value. It's great if you understand the inner workings of Windows and a PC and can build one before you start coding on it. So that's got some validity for IT. Network Plus, probably not, unless you're going to go into, yeah, you teach IT at Com College, right? Thanks, Scott. There are a lot of coders who are working to enhance security. So I think that that's got a lot of value in taking a look at Security Plus and get a lot of concepts down that sort of make what you're coding for a practical exercise. Which do you think need career experience? You know, there's a million jobs out there and they all benefit from having some kind of hands-on experience. If for nothing else, I want to be a coder. I want to be a malware analyst or a security analyst. A year's worth of doing A+ type help desk support is valuable. You get hardware and software foundations, but you also get the usual career soft skills and being able to work and being dependable and reliable and all that. So I don't have the career answer for you. It's not, Mike is much more in tune with career outcomes and types and what prerequisites are good for them. And I'm sorry, I don't have nearly as strong a background in providing that kind of information than he does. Throw that question out again for him on Monday, and I'll give him a heads up that it may be coming, or write him, send him an email, Michael M at totalsem.com, and he will probably give you some very good information. Teacher, you're right. Teaches at Journey College. There's been some internal debate about how many which certs our students should focus on. So yeah, it really depends on, in my mind, what their target career is. Even if they're just pursuing it from a first job, a help desk job. Okay, reading questions. We know we are career-focused junior college. We're more oriented toward IT techs. Okay, so if you're geared toward IT techs, A+. Sysadmins, A+, and Net+, and not coding. Okay, great. Can a help desk support job before I get A+? Yes, you can get a help desk support job before you get A+, but you got to be able to walk the walk. You got to be able to talk the talk. So know how to build a computer, know how to troubleshoot a computer. That's what help desk is about. They want you to have foundations. They want you to be able to understand the terms that are coming at you and maybe to correct those terms that are coming at you. So a user calls up and says, my thingy where the paper comes out isn't doing it. It's mangling the paper now. Do you mean your printer? Oh yes, the printer thing. The wire thingies that are plugged into it. It looks like somebody kicked them. Can somebody come down here and push in the wire? I tried to push in the wire thingies, but they just keep bending and there's bare copper. So, oh, okay. So your network cable. So you've got to have enough background that your potential employer says, I can pick up from there and help you learn our specific job sets. I want you to come and visit us on Discord, Sunny and Mango. We have a number of folks who in the last year have all gotten A+ type support desk jobs, and you can find out what their employers wanted out of them and what their jobs entail. I think that would be really useful and helpful. Come and join us today. There you go. Emailing Mike Myers says, Scott, how to do that on 347. I love my position at Help Desk, says Raymond. But my computer lets me do a lot of higher up tasks. Right. I realized that, Scott. Thanks. I always just treat it as a single name. All right, College I'm in requires A+ Windows, CCNA, Sec+, and Net+ to pass the program. Cool. All right, so that's a very job-focused thing, and so if you got to get those certificates as part of the program, then so be it. Scott Journey, you should also got that, Kathy. All right, this is fun. I feel like another contest because we've only got 10 minutes left in the show. We are going to give away a Raspberry Pi Pico. Go over here. We generate a number at time 3:50. I'm going to do the other prize right after this. Okay, I got a good number. I have not seen this person here today, so I'm throwing the name out right now. Brian McDaniel is your YouTube name and apparently your real name. So I called that at 3:50. Brian McDaniel, if you're here, respond to me in the next minute or so, and you will have won a Raspberry Pi Pico. But I haven't seen your name, but that doesn't mean anything. You might just be a watcher and a listener. That happens. Let's check the who's here and is he talking to me? Hello, Brian. Where'd you go? Right there, Brian McDaniel. Sunny, Raymond Tullowit, Nigel Tullowit, Alex. Last call. Brian McDaniel, are you here? All right, good news. There is another Raspberry Pi Pico available. Let me gen up a new number. Ooh, almost near the end of the list. Oh, okay, this is one. He didn't, this is a person who did not clearly provide a YouTube moniker. So I'm going to call him by his name, but I haven't seen him here. Kevin Glass, are you here? Are you here, Kevin Glass, for a Raspberry Pi Pico? 1 minute, please, to respond. But I had him in my list of questionables, and I sent him back a request that says, please clarify is what your YouTube name is. And I did not get a response from him. I sent that several days ago. So this was at 3:52. Not here. Let's draw it again. That's what, one more check here is Kevin Glass here. Has he responded? Vishal Tullowit. Another 20 seconds, just to be fair. I'm not going to cut somebody off early. No, we were not playing the monikers game. Okay, 2 seconds. Time's up. Another draw. I wouldn't have figured this happened. Okay, we have a name. Nope, we tried that one. This doesn't knock out. This thing sucks. It's repeating. There we go. Okay, there's one we haven't called yet. Carla Rain, are you here? Carla _ Rain, 1 minute. I haven't seen Carla's name run past here lately. Goodness gracious. We got a lot of people who signed up and did not make. 1553. All right, checking, see if she's responding. Carla Rain, looking for Carla Rain. Are you here? Carla Rain is here. Excellent. Carla Rain, you have won a Raspberry Pi Pico. You are in a place that we can ship it to easily. Congratulations. She was lurking. Yeah. That's wonderful. All right, let me get this over here. Oh, wow. I totally screwed you up. Oh, no, I had you on the right line. Okay, you were there. And you were here at 3:53. It's almost 3:55. let's do the last one. Some of you want to leave 5 minutes early, so I'll let you leave. So last giveaway of the day, we're going to give away a Raspberry Pi kit. I'm very excited. Random number generator, please. Random number. You have not been called. This is a number that we've not called in the past, though I haven't seen you. Wayne Strunk, are you lurking here today? You have 1 minute to respond, and if you do, you win a Raspberry Pi kit. A real Raspberry Pi 4, $355. Raspberry Pi kit. All right, checking names. As Wayne Strunk, are you with us? Calling Wayne Strunk. Hope you're not in one of those situations like somebody was where they can't hear. They have to read every post that's happening all the time. Half a minute to go, bud. Is Wayne Strunk among us? Let me do a search here just to see if there's been any Waynes that have happened today. W-A-Y-N-E. Nope, there have been no Waynes today at all. 10 more seconds. Siegfried, one last prize, man. All right, time's up. Another number. Okay, this is one. This is another one that I've sent a request for an update. Hank Temples. Hank Temples, did you join us today? Let's see, I got to do something here and fix this other one. Looking for Hank Temples. He wrote me very early and was missing a piece of information, and I sent him back a request for that info, and it was his YouTube name. So I'm using his real name here in hopes that he'll turn up. Hank Temples, are you here? Michelle, Siegfried. We're going to keep going until somebody wins. So if that means we've got to roll past the hour, then we roll. Hey, Wayne Strunk is here. Excellent. Congrats. Wayne Strunk, I have questions for you because where you live, I have a very close friend for 40 years who lives in the same town as you do. But you're in a place that we can ship. Super congratulations. Let me get that noted here in the winner pile. I'm so glad. I was making notes on your thing last night that says, I'm betting the way he did this, that is a YouTube name. I lost it. Stand by. There you are. Okay, Wayne Strunk, Raspberry Pi kit at $355. You want it. So congratulations, you have a Raspberry Pi 4 kit coming your way. It looks like all the physical things that we gave away are places that we can ship easily. Yeah, we got the one that's over in UK. So we're done with kits, and we've got 2 minutes to go left in the show. This has been the Dramas. Dave Rush Ask Me Anything and Scott first anniversary show, hopefully the first of many. And I am so thrilled that you've all been here to join us for it with great giveaways, great comments, great questions, a lovely set and hair to match. And so I'm going to start winding things down here. Any last questions that anybody has of anything important that you'd like to ask? And remember, if you need a copy of these rules, just send a message to pi@totalsem.com, and I'll send you a copy of the rules. I don't think we did anything unfairly or left anybody out hanging to dry. We gave away 9 lovely prizes. Sorry, looking for something here. There it is. Yes, your name was in the drawing, Vishal. I got that late toward the very end, but it was in time, and I sent you a response. I know because you responded to the response, so you know you were in the running. I have a question. Can we do this again next week? I would sure love to. All right, Scott's reposted the discounts again at $359. Thank you for the prize. You are ever so welcome, Joey. We'll get that to you. I'll work with Kathy on all that stuff next week. We'll get you guys all fired up for everybody who won. If you didn't win, I'm sorry. Your odds are good, but definitely take advantage of the discounts. Not quite as good as giveaways, but they are just knockout inexpensive, even when they're not discounted. And as I was talking to the salespeople last night, they're horrified at the numbers we make. We sell them at 50% discount. Not happy campers by any stretch of the imagination. All right, let me get things ready for wind up mode here. Man, I've had a good time today. I hope you have had a similar good time. As always, thank you to Scott Jernigan for his yeoman service in the background. I know that he's got to race and do this meeting right now. So if you want to do goodbyes right now, Scott, knock yourself out. You might have a good meeting with the publisher, and I will talk with you on Monday. I got that new project that you assigned to me through Janelle and Company, so I'll get started on that Monday. I am David Rush, Senior Instructor, Total Seminars, and Resident Pi Specialist for Total Seminars. I wish you a great weekend. Take care of each other. Take serious steps to stay healthy. Call or visit your parents. I'm glad I take that advice myself personally. I saw Dad this weekend, and now we've got issues that hopefully will pass well. I appreciate your prayers on that. Same with the further you rest your family member course. And never forget, technology is great, but the greatest resource we have are you and I. Good night. I'll see you on Discord in about 15 or 20 minutes, and see you at Mike's AMA on Monday. And until then, I am out of here.